Hey guys, it's Joe from Ross Property Services here, and I am with the very first buyers of Barleycorn Fields. This is Emily and Liam, and we're going to go through some questions today. What was the moment where you realised this was the home for you?
So when we walked in and we saw how light it was and how much room there was, and we saw the potential to do a lot of work that could make it our own. So yeah, that was when we knew it was ours.
Here's one that I'll be interested to know about beforehand. So be honest, how many houses did you view before finding this one?
I believe we looked at 3 houses and this was the 4th property. So I'm not sure in the grand scheme of things if that's a lot, but yeah, it was pretty quick, wasn't it?
So what was your biggest fear going into the buying process, and how did it actually turn out in comparison?
So I think our biggest fear was, because we're first time buyers, it was the whole mortgage process, all the paperwork, things like that, but it was actually really smooth, really easy. Yeah, and it went a lot quicker and easier than we thought.
Way quicker.
Way quicker, yeah.
Also, your solicitors were like... If you could describe your home buying journey in just 3 words, what would they be?
Exciting, efficient, and rewarding.
Love that. So what was the most unexpected or surprising part of working with us directly?
I think just how quick and easy you were to get hold of, so how accommodating you were with viewings on any day that we wanted, and yeah, just how friendly you are as well.
Yeah, I appreciate that. always in the coat, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Wherever the phone is, there I am. So what's the first thing you did when you got the keys?
So I actually got the keys myself because Liam was at work, and I sort of just walked around aimlessly, turning light switches on and then turn them off again and going into the next room. So it was just a bit strange, really. I was just sort of walking around like, oh, this is ours now. So yeah.
I think we should enter a video montage now of just you and your troop going.
You literally just like...
What advice would you give to someone who's about to start house hunting?
Choose Ross's Property Services.
Yeah,
That's the right answer.
It's all about choosing the right people, I guess, to make the process smoother. It's just about building the structure, really, and finding the right people to help the whole process go smoothly, essentially.
And go into it with an open mind, because some places you go into thinking you're going to love it and you actually don't like it that much. You've got to be really certain about it. Or sometimes you just got to see through some of the design choices and see your potential of what you can make, which we have had to do.
Have you actually had where you've seen Rightmove adverts and then when you go there, it's completely different? So
yeah.
you actually don't want to view.
Tiny, wasn't it?
Yeah, they made one of the kitchens in Newport look massive, and we went in there, it was tiny. So yeah, but I feel like your photos were true to size.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was, yeah, you had good photos, and it looked as it did when we came to view it.
If you're seeing things on Rightmove that you're thinking, just go see it anyway. Always make sure you go see everything you're even remotely interested in. So what was the hardest part of the process, and what ended up being easier than you expected it being?
I think the hard part was that obviously you have no control over the solicitors. So once we had done our part, it was just sort of a waiting game to let them get on with it. So it was out of our control. So you just got to hope that they're doing the best that they can. But Joe kept us up to date every step of the way with what was going on. So that was really helpful.
That could probably be the easy side, was having the correct team around us. So we didn't really face much hurdles from our side. So yeah, that was probably the easiest side.
Yeah, it went a lot smoother than we
expected.
I mean, poor solicitors, when they see my caller ID show up and I'm like, yeah, it's me. Where are we?
Yeah.
Here's my favourite. So how did you find our service in comparison to high street agents as a buyer?
So with Joe, it was a lot quicker to get a reply. I felt like it was more personal, like he really got to know us before we bought and during the process. So he's like a friend, really, not a estate agent. So yeah, it was just a lot more personal, and you felt like you were getting sort of like a
friend, not just a estate agent.
I mean, you weren't here on the first viewing, were you? So
I can lie though.
Second viewing, you were here,
but did you feel like when I was showing you initially that, have you been to a high street agent and when you've shown around they've sort of gone,
Yeah,
The
definitely.
The one at, again, where was it?
Newport.
Newport, the guy essentially just sort of stood at the door. And the first one we viewed as well, we didn't know what to do.
It was our first time viewing a house, and we didn't know what to expect, and he was like, right, here you go, off you go.
He said, do we have to like ask you any questions or anything, or follow you around?
And it was very awkward.
Who was that?
He wasn't interested in being there at all.
We didn't really know what to do. Yeah, it was because we were sort of like a bit confused ourselves. It's like, where do we go? Do we follow you around? Do you say, oh, this is this is that? And it was sort of like, oh, do we just look? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah, and then he didn't really know any of the answers to our questions either. So
because I know I went to view 2, and then on they were both Saturdays, and she was like, oh, I'm just a weekend girl. Then she just went, so this is the kitchen.
Yeah.
And I was like, and she goes, oh, I had like a list of questions, and then
it all went out the window.
Well, I had to wait for an answer. They had to compile it back, and I was like, shouldn't you know it?
Yeah.
I'd like to know right now, thank you, before I'll place an offer today.
Yeah. Joe's very knowledgeable about the house as well, just add that.
Yeah, well, I like that. Okay, so what's the first memory that you're actually excited about making in your new first home together?
We're most excited for just the simple things like cooking dinner together in our own house and, sitting on our own sofa watching TV, because we're living with parents at the moment, so this will be nice to have our own space and just do all the usual things.
Simple things.
Simple things, yeah.
We don't really get much at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
You've got your own space. Yeah. I think something to take away is that if you want, we'll be keeping very close contact with Emily and Liam. So when the house is done up to a different standard that you guys saw in that walkthrough video, we'll bring you back. You can have another look. I'm expecting big things, as you can tell from the floor. Things have already started. We're going. And if you want a 5-star service like these two have described here, give us a call on the number listed above or email us at info@rosspropertyservices.co.uk. Name may be subject to change though, so we'll see you on the other side. Bye guys.
Bye.
Welcome back to our unboxing.